My next guest is a superstar. He is a wide receiver out of the University of Texas. He did lead the team in receiving and receiving touchdowns in 2024. Matthew Golden, why is it taking you so long to get on the show? How busy are you?
Yeah, I've been having a pretty busy schedule, so trying to fit you in my schedule. Now I finally got it, so I'm glad to be here.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You're going to be an absolute superstar in the NFL. So getting you in front of the NFL's fans is an honor, honestly. How are you feeling when I tell you it's a week from today? What comes into your head?
Definitely anxious, just because I've been waiting for this my whole life. So, for it to actually be here a week, couple of days away, I'm just excited to be there.
So when you get drafted, wherever you go, what if there was a drum set there? And you could sit down in front of the entire world as you are a drummer and you could play any song. What would you do?
It got to be some song by Kirk Franklin. I listen to him a lot, so I play any song in the church. My mom and grandma, they be in the choir a lot, so any song they sing, that's the one I'm playing.
I think it's beautiful. I love that you do that. Let's get into a little bit more about you on the field. You're a versatile guy. You are an absolute stud. You've said the Arizona State game was your best game. I understand why. I want to look at the touchdown from the first overtime in the college football playoff quarterfinal. What are you thinking here as you line up and it's 4th and 13?
It's win or go home for us. It was 4th and 13, so we knew we had to come down with a big play. Coach Sark called a great play for us, and Quinn gave me a good ball. I mean, that was definitely my best play of my college career, for sure.
I mean, the move you put on the corner was absolutely disrespectful. He did not stand a chance, Matthew.
I kind of, I did my job. They played a cover 3. All I knew, I had to beat him and take the post, and it was gonna be a touchdown for me.
Yeah, it was a 28-yard touchdown. You led college football in catches of over 20 yards in 2024. What is the secret to your big play ability? What is behind that?
Just always having that chip on my shoulder. Any opportunity that I get, I try to treat it like it's going to be my last one. So definitely having that mentality to go get it, regardless of the situation.
Yeah, and you have the big playability, of course, in the biggest moments like we just saw. Like, to do it in the moment with the season on the line is crazy. It's how you led off talking about it. Like, we need those sort of players in the NFL. You're also the fastest wide receiver. We should get that out there for NFL fans. 4.29 at the combine. Could you have run faster?
I think I could have. Yeah, I think I could have.
Every player, I've never met a player, I literally have never met a player, and I've been doing this a long time, Matthew, that is happy with their combine. What do you think you could have run?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't even tell you. I wanted to go 4.1. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go 4.1. My ankle was, it was still bothering me. And I knew, once I ran, my agent, he told me, take your cleats off. So I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah.
And I just left it out there.
So you're telling me a 4.29 on a bum ankle?
Yeah.
Could you beat Worthy? Is that what you're saying? Can you beat Worthy?
I'm a competitor, so I'm not going to say I can beat him. I'm not going to say I'm not. Whenever we line up, we're just going to see who wins.
I love that. I can't wait. You're also a dynamic kick returner. Speaking of your versatility, you average over 25 yards per return in your college career. You're just a stud, Matthew. You really are. What does Matthew Golden in the NFL dynamic kickoff look like?
Definitely the same thing I did in college, just being able to create big plays, when the ball is in my hands. So definitely having that mentality to, be a playmaker, that's what I do. So, I tell a lot of teams that's what I want to do at the next level too. And, I'm going to just take it from there.
I mean, there were only 7 kickoffs returned for touchdowns last year in the NFL. I feel like you're going to take that into the double digits. I need you to boost that number this season.
Yeah, I'm with you with that. I'm with you.
You returned 2 in your sophomore season at Houston. 1 for 98, 1 for 100. I watched the highlights this morning. It was crazy. I need that, okay?
I got you. Yeah, I got you.
I hear that you said at the combine that you like to be coached hard. I got to meet Coach Sark
Yeah.
I really liked him. Like I very much like I get him. Can you explain what he has meant to you in your career?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's meant everything to me, giving me the opportunity to be able to go to the University of Texas. And then, for me, the offense wasn't, it wasn't clicking at first because I was in two different offenses. So, I texted him and I asked him if I could meet with him throughout the week. And we did that. And it was one day we met and he like simplified everything for me. And after that, everything just started clicking for me.
And I'm sure he'll be rooting you on. I mean,
Yeah.
he lives that city, that team, and
Yeah.
you must have really enjoyed yourself because you stayed with him. You obviously made the move to be with him. You had your other coach there at Houston. I want to ask you like why you were ready for this opportunity, why it was the right time. It's like such a decision now, right? Like you didn't stay your senior year at a time when players are staying a little bit longer. How did you know this was the time?
I always told myself when I was younger, whenever I did get the opportunity to go to the NFL, I was going to take it. And I got that opportunity. And, the ones around me, my coaches, friends, and they all gave me good feedback on what I should do. And for me, it was just a confidence thing. And, I always told myself I wanted to play at the NFL. So now I'm here.
I mean, I feel like Texas fans are going to miss you though. What will you miss
Yeah.
most?
I mean, just the fan base and the people down there, they got it's a lot of good energy. I met a lot of great people down there. Like I said, I was blessed to have the opportunity to be down there. And, I created friendships and that'll last with me for forever.
Well, if you had stayed, what would your numbers look like after a year with Arch?
Oh, I would want him to look real good, you know what I'm saying? So I would definitely try to get the Bolitnikoff, so.
Yeah. What do you think of what are you excited about as the senior to Arch and him getting, the torch passed to him? What are you looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing?
Everything I seen in practice, he's the same guy each and every day. And he attacks it with a chip on his shoulder, like he always has something to prove. So the sky's the ceiling for him, and I know he's gonna do great things this season. I can't look forward to watching him.
Matthew, I saw that you met Jerry Jones and you said he was, what is it? Let me see what this says. What is this photo? Why is it every time that I ask a prospect and I even just say the name Jerry Jones,
Yeah,
their faces light up like the one that, like your face just lit up.
yeah, yeah.
Why?
I mean, that's Jerry Jones. He kind of legendary. You know what I'm saying? So great guy. I had the opportunity to meet him, but just being there, being able to meet Jerry, it was cool. It was a cool moment for me.
Everybody's told me their Jerry story. Ashton,
Yeah.
everyone's told what happened? What happened in
Yeah.
that meeting?
He told me to call my mom, so I FaceTimed her. I think it was
Alicia?
yeah, he told me to call my mom, so I ended up calling her, FaceTimed her. I was like, I got a surprise for you, and Coach Jerry was talking to her.
Coach Jerry. I love that. I
Yeah,
like Coach. Yeah, let's keep calling
I
him
called
Coach
him
Jerry.
Coach Jerry.
What
Yeah.
did he say to your mom?
He was just talking to her, just telling her she raised a great young man. Uh, all the hard work paid off, and she did a tremendous job with me.
It was all about you. What do you want to say about your mom, Alicia, who obviously,
Yeah.
and I mean, I know that your uncle, Uncle Major, introduced you to
Yeah.
football at a young age.
Yeah.
Like when you're having these moments, it's like a big life moment. You're going to get to find out where you're going, the next level. Like, how do you think you're going to feel, especially in regards to the people who you're grateful for?
Definitely. We've been through a lot, me and my family. But for my mom, I would just say everything we faced, the adversity, it was all for a reason. And, I feel like that truly, it built me who I am today as a man. And, I can't appreciate her more for, how much she sacrificed for me. And then for my uncle, that's my guy. Started off playing football when I was younger, backyard, I was always playing against older guys. And he always told me he seen something in me. And since then, kind of just took off with it.
We talked about Worthy a little bit, and that's so beautiful. And I just hope you enjoy every moment. It'll be great. You've worked so hard. You are so talented, and everyone speaks so highly of you. So I can't wait to see you in the NFL. You said you're competitive, so you and Worthy, that'll be interesting as far as the speed.
Yeah.
But you played with Tank Dell at Houston your freshman year.
Yeah.
What have you picked up from him as a man,
Yeah.
as a player on the NFL level? What have you learned from him?
Yeah, definitely one of my best friends. I was young. I was a freshman when I played with him, so I didn't really know how the transition of football was going to be for me. And, I just watched him every day, how he went about things, practice, taking care of his body and stuff. And, kind of just after that, I started to find my routine and I went along with it. He definitely helped me with this process, though. He went through it and he just told me be myself and, just have confidence and, and just keep going.
How'd that top 30 visit with the Texans go?
Nah, it was definitely good. It was definitely good. I got to meet Coach D'Amico, and
He's amazing. I love
yeah,
him.
he's an amazing guy. We didn't even talk football. He just wanted to get to know me. I kind of told him my story, and things went from there. Tank actually walked in the room when I was meeting with a
Oh,
couple of little people. So yeah,
wait, hold on. You had your visit and Tank showed up to your visit?
yeah. Tank showed up. Yeah, Tank showed up.
And what did he say? What role did he play?
He was just in there talking, Tank funny, so he said something slick. I can't say on camera, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
gosh. How's he feeling?
he's he definitely feeling good. Definitely
Good.
feeling good. He ready to come back.
What's like the wildest question or wildest moment from your interviews or time with these teams?
Mm. I really haven't got any wild questions, honestly. A lot of teams do ask me between Archer and Quinn, and they try to make me pick, but that's kind of one of the tough questions I got during my interviews.
I mean, what was your answer?
They both
You can
great,
tell me.
Yeah, they both great. They both great quarterbacks.
Well said. See, you already have the NFL. You're already your media trained. You have it down.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you some weird questions. My producer came up with, and we're going to get to know you a little better. It's going to be called a golden opportunity. Okay, you're going to tell me if you're in or out. Would you be
Okay.
in or out on taking an 11-minute trip to space?
I'll be in.
You would go to space?
Yeah, I'll go. I'll go.
What would you bring with you?
I would bring my Bible, uh, probably my game. I could take my
Yeah.
game up there. All right, yeah. And definitely my mom.
Your mom? You think your mom will go to
Yeah.
space for 11 minutes?
Yeah. She going with me. She
I
going
think
with
I
me.
was going to say, like, you can't really bring a drum kit up there. I don't think that
Yeah.
that would really work, but that'd be cool to see it
Yeah.
floating around. Singing the national anthem at a baseball game, are you in or out?
I'm out.
You're out, yeah.
Yeah. I'm out.
Competing in a Texas barbecue eating contest, in or out?
Oh, I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
What's your go-to?
Just some ribs. Some ribs. I'll go some ribs, yeah.
Spending a week alone on a tropical island, in or out?
I'm in.
Subbing in
Yeah,
for
I'm
a
in.
drummer at Coachella, in or out?
I'm in.
Taking care of Bebo for the day, in or out?
I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. I feel like he's high maintenance.
Yeah, I think.
There's a lot going on there. How
Yeah.
about giving a TED talk on route running? In or out?
I'm in. I'm in.
Driving a Formula One car on a real track? In or out?
I'm out.
Why?
Yeah, I'm out.
Why?
I'm out. Fast cars, stuff like that. I try to stay away from.
Yeah. You'll go into space, but F1,
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah,
I'm the
F1.
same way.
Yeah.
Swimming with sharks? In or out?
I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
You're in.
Yeah,
This is
I always wanted to try that.
why.
I used to watch this show called I think it was Shark Boy or something like that when I was younger.
Yeah.
And no, I mean I see people often, they in the water with sharks and stuff. They don't look dangerous to me, so
Matthew, you were making such good decisions this whole interview until that last one. Until that last one. No, I'm kidding. You are confident. You've got it all going on. Your numbers are crazy. Your route running is crispy. We cannot wait to see you in the NFL. I hope you enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Hug your mom. FaceTime Jerry Jones, Coach Jerry.
Yeah.
Do all the things. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.